Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This is your results for your first night of WrestleMania 36. Pre-show, you got Drew Gulak versus Cesaro. We have an empty arena at the Performance Center. Michael Coleslaw welcomes us. Drew Gulak was out first, followed by Cesaro. By himself, the bell rings and they go at it. They both start off with big moves into the corner. Cesaro with a big backbreaker for a 2 count. Cesaro goes for a neutralizer early on and continues to dominate by overpowering. Gulak blocks the neutralizer again and applies the crossface on the mat. Cesaro gets to the ropes, breaks a hold. Gulak jumps Cesaro over the top rope to the floor. Gulak with a flying clothesline from the apron to the floor. Cesaro fights back and rolls Gulak in the ring. Cesaro clutches him and comes back in. Gulak drops the arm over the rope. Gulak sends Cesaro back to the floor. They go at it on the floor. Gulak works on the arm and sends Cesaro shoulder first into the steel steps. And then a second time, Gulak brings Cesaro back in the ring. Gulak goes to the top, but Cesaro rocks him in midair with a big uppercut. Cesaro covers for a 2 count. Gulak goes right into a 2 count of his own. Gulak grounds Cesaro, working on the arm, more back and forth. Cesaro blocks a dragon sleeper and then slams Gulak. Cesaro follows up with a big boot to the face. Cesaro goes for the neutralizer again, but it's blocked. Gulak almost gets pushed into the referee. Cesaro drops Gulak with an uppercut as he turns around. Cesaro then puts Gulak on his shoulders for an airplane spin and drops Gulak and covers for the pinfall. After the match, Cesaro stands tall. As the music plays, we go to replays. Back from another break, Graves and Rosenberg go over the matches for night 2. Graves sends it to a backstage to King Corbin and Caleb Braxton. She says tonight's match, Will Elias, is up in the air due to what happened on SmackDown 2 weeks ago. We see a replay of Corbin knocking Elias off the perch in the Performance Center. Corbin isn't worried about Elias. He plays a song on a harmonica, taking shots at Elias and says his kingdom cannot be stopped. We get another break and we preview for the Raw Women's title match. Graves sends it to a backstage host Renee Young and her co-host, Hall of Famer Booker T and Mark Henry. They're all live with each other by Skype. They discuss Shayna Baszler versus Becky Lynch. Booker goes with Becky, and Henry picks Baszler to win. We go back to the set, and Graves sends us to another break. Back for the break, we get a little more discussion from Graves and Rosenberg. They go over tonight's Night 1 matches. Graves plugs the WWE Network and platforms to order WrestleMania 36 and on. And that's it for Night 1 kickoff show. Night 1 opens up with the Chief Brand Officer, Stephanie Moran, at the WWE Studios in Stamford, Connecticut. She talks about how this WrestleMania will be different due to trying times we're living through. She goes on and says tonight they hope to give fans a diversion during the hard times and to deliver a sense of hope and determination and perseverance to entertain you and your family. On behalf of everyone at WWE, especially the WWE superstars, Stephanie gives thanks and welcomes everyone to WrestleMania 36. We're getting a video package of various singers performing American Beautiful over the years, including Aretha Franklin, Boyz II Men, Gladys Knight, Ray Charles, the Boys Choir of Harlem, Willie Nelson, and others. We cut to a pirate-themed opening video package for WrestleMania 36, narrated by Jack Sparrow-like character. Lots of comedy in the package. Live from the tapes, WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, WrestleMania 36 host Rob Gronkowski welcomes us and talks about why WWE picked him to be the host. He knows how to start a party and end it 2 days later. He asks everyone to pop open a beverage, forget about everything else in the world, and enjoy WrestleMania. Gronk then brings Mojo Rawley over, and they get hyped up for tonight's show. WWE Women's Tag Team title match, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus Asuka and Kairi Sane. First title match, they go to the ring out first comes Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Michael Coleslaw comes up, welcomes us, and joining him by Hall of Famer, JBL. Special commentary. Women's Tag Team title match, Asuka and Kairi Sane. We're out next. Asuka and Bliss looks to start off, but we get some solid. Sane comes in and goes at it with Bliss. Sane plays some games as well as Bliss slaps her back. Bliss mocks Sane and takes control of her. Asuka yells at Bliss. Bliss taunts Asuka. Bliss drops on Satan and tags in Cross. Cross goes for a basement drop kick for a 2 count. Satan turns around and then comes Asuka. Asuka works Cross over and taunts her. Cross fights back and tags in Bliss. Cross sends Asuka to the floor. Cross sweeps Satan on the apron and works her over. Bliss comes in and baseball sides into Satan, sending her back out to the floor. Bliss leaps off the apron and takes Asuka down on the floor. Cross ends up hitting a crossbody off the apron to Satan. Cross returns to the ring to celebrate with Bliss and hugs her. Bliss brings Asuka back in for a 2 count. Satan and Cross go at it again. Cross counters and sends Satan to the floor. Satan pulls Cross and rocks her. Asuka looks to double team, but Bliss kicks her back into the court and the barrier for the ring. Asuka sends Bliss into the ring post. Satan keeps the show of Cross on the floor as the referee counts. Asuka levels Cross with a big kick on the outside. Kabuki Warriors celebrate and stand tall momentarily. Asuka brings Cross back in the ring, works her over. Satan comes back in and keeps Cross down as well, pounding on her and showing off. Bliss tags in and unloads on Satan. Bliss charges and misses in the corner. Satan goes to the corner. Asuka interferes from the apron. Satan and Asuka turn Bliss upside down with the tree of woe in the corner. Satan with a double stomp from the top for a close 2 count. Satan with more offense on Bliss for a 2 count. Asuka tags back in and grounds Bliss by her arm. Cross tries to rally for Bliss as Asuka slams Bliss back by her hair as the referee warns her. Asuka ends up hitting a hip attack in the corner. Bulldog is missed, but Asuka drops Bliss again for a 2 count. Asuka takes Bliss back to the corner, but Bliss blocks a hip attack. Bliss ducks at Asuka and rocks her. Asuka drops Bliss with a kick, but they both go down. Cross and Satan tag in at the same time. Cross runs wild and hits the Bulldog. Cross goes to the top with a crossbody for a 2 count. Satan charges to the corner, but Cross sends her to the apron. Then tangles him, and Asuka comes back over as a legal 1 and decks Cross. Cross and Asuka trade shots. Cross drops Asuka, but Satan breaks up the pin with her big elbow drop from the top. The insane elbow. Asuka Cross trade holds and attempts on the mat. Cross gets stuck in the Asuka lock. Bliss breaks it up with Twisted Bliss from the top rope. Satan runs in with a big spear on Satan. More back and forth. Cross climbs up and brawls with Satan on the top. Asuka joins in and helps Satan. Asuka goes for a sunset flip powerbomb, but Satan joins in and leaps, knocking Cross off of her shoulders with a modified Doomsday device. Asuka covers, but Cross still kicks at it too. Bliss gets sent off the apron again. Asuka misses the shoulder on Cross in the corner. Cross with a spinning neckbreaker on Satan. Bliss tags in and goes to the top for the Twisted Bliss to Satan for the pin to win the titles. Winner and 2-time champions, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. After the match, Bliss and Cross stand tall, have their arms raised as the music hits. Kayla Braxton interviews Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn backstage with Cesaro and Shinsuke. Zayn is confident about beating Daniel Bryan and says he will do what few superstars have done. Walk in and walk out of WrestleMania with the Intercontinental title. We see Shayna Baszler backstage warming up. Next match, we got Elias versus King Corbin. Match does happen. We go to ring, out comes King Corbin. Corbin says he's here, but Elias is nowhere to be found. He shows us why. A replay of when he knocked Elias from the perch 2 weeks ago on SmackDown. Corbin says that felt good, and so will his second win at WrestleMania. He demands the referee count for the forfeit and raises his arm into victory. Before the count can begin, we hear the familiar sound of Elias' guitar. Elias comes walking down the ramp with his guitar as Corbin isn't happy. Corbin charges the ramp and Elias ducks a clothesline. Elias shatters the guitar over Elias on the ramp. Elias works Corbin over and sends him into the ring post. Elias enters the ring with Corbin. She backs Elias up and checks on Corbin. Corbin gets up and the bell rings for your match to start. Elias runs in the corner with a big right hand. Elias keeps control and drops Corbin for a quick pin attempt. Elias keeps Corbin down and Nails a swinging neck breaker for a 2 count. Corbin finally gets an opening after catching Corbin and dropping him over the rope. Seeing him out to the floor, the referee counts, but Elias makes it back in. Corbin keeps control for another pin attempt. Bar back and forth. Corbin runs out and right back in, like he does, going around the ring post, leveling Elias with a big right hand for another 2 count. Corbin grounds Elias and hits him with her elbows, focusing on the shoulder. Corbin yells at the announcer to tell everyone how good he is. He turns back around to strikes from Elias. Corbin counters and launches Elias shoulder first into the ring post. Corbin is all smiles now. Corbin with a 2 count. Corbin yells at the referee and gets in her face. Corbin yells at the announcers some more and goes back to beating on Elias. Elias finally gets some offense in. Corbin gets nailed with a mule kick out of the corner. Elias unloads on Corbin in the corner, beating him down as the referee warns him. Elias snaps and keeps stomping away on Corbin in the corner. Elias has lost his shirt now. He kicks Corbin in the face again and drops him for a close 2 count. Elias goes to the top, but has to roll through as Corbin moves out of the way. Corbin comes right back with a deep 6 in the middle of the ring. Elias kicks out 2. Corbin with more offense until Elias drops him with a jumping knee to the base. Corbin then kicks out just in time. More back and forth. Referee catches Corbin using his speed on the ropes for a pin. Corbin argues with the referee. Elias takes advantage of it and rolls Corbin up for the pin to win the match. After the match, Elias makes his exit as his music hits. Corbin throws a fit in the ring. We go to replays. The video package for next match: Shayna Baszler versus Becky Lynch. We see a custom 18 winner pull up from the Performance Center as Women's Champion Becky Lynch hops out and walks into the building. We go back to the arena and Shayna Baszler makes her way into the ring. Lynch makes her way into the ring next as Mike Rome does the formal introductions. Bell rings and they both unload on each other with strikes. Baszler goes for a Corfield clutch early on, but Becky rolls to the floor. Baszler is right on top of her, bending her around the ringside area. Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton are on commentary for the match. Baszler goes powerbomb Becky on the floor, but Becky sends her flying with head scissors as referee counts. Becky sends her face first into the announce table. Becky resets the count and launches Baszler into the steel steps. Lynch rolls Baszler back in the ring and goes up top. Becky with a drop kick. Then she comes up, clutching her back. Becky unloads on the opposite corner, beating Baszler down as the referee backs her off. Becky with more offense in the corner now. Baszler fights back, but Becky allows her. Baszler drops Becky with a huge knee strike to the face. The tangle and Becky avoids the clutch again. Baszler keeps fighting and drops Becky. Becky goes for the disarmer, but it's blocked. They trade strikes on the apron. Becky ducks a clothesline on the apron and drives Baszler down onto it. Becky comes back for a 2 count. Baszler ends up trying to use the disarmer. They tangle some more as Baszler drops Becky with a big knee for a 2 count. Back and forth again with holds and counters on the apron. They end up on the floor again. Baszler launches Becky and heads first into the announce table a few times. Baszler breaks the pin count and comes back out, taunting Becky. Baszler rolls her back in and follows. Baszler approaches, but Becky suckers her in for a submission attempt. Baszler counters and goes for a Corfield clutch again, but Becky goes down in the hole, but flips back and turns it into a 3 count out of nowhere to retain. A sleeper hold into a roll-up pin. After the match, Becky's music hits and we get replays. Stand tall with a tunnel. Baszler is surprised at the pin out of nowhere. We go to replays. Baszler looks on as Becky as she celebrates. In an Intercontinental title match, Daniel Bryan versus Sami Zayn. Back with the break, out comes Daniel Bryan with Drew Gulak. We see Mojo Rawley and Rob Gronkowski getting hyped on the perch. As you know, I had already predicted Sami Zayn to retain on this match because Daniel Bryan will be leaving shortly in April. His contract ends and he wants to take time off for the final weeks so his baby can be born. Well, we got Cesaro was out with Shinsuke Nakamura as Greg Hamilton does the ring introduction. Sammy does a lot of stalling for the first few minutes. Brian tries to get his hands on him, but Sammy keeps rolling out as Cesaro and Nakamura run interference. Galak ends up taking out Cesaro and Nakamura ringside. Sammy tries to run up on Galak, but puts the brakes on, and when Galak turns around, Brian tells Galak to allow Sammy to walk out for a count out. Sammy says that was a smart decision. Sammy goes to walk up the ramp, but Brian takes him down. Brian brings Sammy back to the ring, and Sammy keeps begging him to take it away. Begging him to take it easy. Brian mounts Sammy and beats on him. Brian works Sammy on the outside, brings him back in for a missile drop kick from the top. Brian kips up and stops Sammy from escaping from the ring again. Brian with big slaps and trash talking in the corner now. Sammy tries to fight back, but Brian keeps kicking. Brian with a running drop kick. Sammy finally drops Brian in the middle of the ring. Sammy is still yelling and laughing throughout the match. Sammy rocks Brian a few times in the middle of the ring. Brian comes right back with a drop kick. Brian with some trash talking of his own. And he gets kicked while Sammy is on his knees. Nakamura and Cesaro beat down Galak at ringside, but Brian takes him out. Brian comes back in and comes off the top, but Sammy nails the reverse of a haluva kick to get the pin to retain out of nowhere. After the bell, Sammy briefly celebrates with Nakamura and Cesaro as we go to another break. Triple threat ladder match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Kofi versus Jimmy Uso versus John Morrison. Singles match for your tag team titles. We go to the ring. Out first comes Kofi Kingston of the New Day with Jimmy of the Usos. We said ladders all over Performance Center. SmackDown Tag Team Champion John Morrison out next. The bell hits and they all go at it. All get three-way stalemate. They all go to the floor and bringing ladders in. They start climbing up for the titles hanging above the ring. They all meet at the top and trade shots. Jimmy stops Kofi from grabbing a title. Morrison kicks Uso's ladder over. Jimmy grabs his knee and sells an injury. Kofi and Morrison trade shots up high. Morrison goes down. Kofi with a big crossbody from up high to Uso on the mat. Morrison stands tall now for more offense. Uso approaches, but Morrison beats him down. Kofi counters Morrison on the ladder and goes for the SOS by the spot. Kofi also misses Trouble in Paradise. Uso and Kofi climb up and trade shots up high. Kofi headbutts Jimmy down to the mat. Kofi reaches for a title belt, but Morrison runs up the ladder and stops him. Morrison knocks Kofi down. Morrison tries to get the titles, but Jimmy grabs his leg and drags him down the ladder. Uso drops Morrison with a big right hand. Kofi leaps at a ladder after launching himself, but his opponents catch him and dump him out onto the floor. Morrison and Uso go at it now. Morrison with a thumb to the eye and a ladder shot to knock Uso back to the mat. Morrison wedges the ladder in the corner over the middle rope. Morrison rams the ladder into Jimmy's injured knee. Morrison ends up dropping Uso on another ladder, bridge in the corner. Morrison is alone, and he positions the ladder and climbs slowly. Kofi launches himself in and takes Morrison off the ladder with a flying hurricanrana. Morrison is down on the outside with Uso now. Kofi slowly gets up to the ring. Uso and Morrison recovering on the floor. Kofi climbs for the title but stops to kick Uso. Kofi and Uso trade shots now. Kofi sends Uso to the apron and knocks him off. Morrison brings the ladder over, but Kofi leaps out to the floor, taking Morrison and the ladder down. Uso's run the bear on the outside, but Kofi launches the ladder at him, and it hits hard, knocking Uso to the floor. Kofi talks some trash and kicks Uso to keep him down. Kofi brings the ladder from the ring to the barrier now. He then decks Uso again. Kofi is looking to put Uso out of action here. Kofi places Uso on top of the ladder and bridge, pounding away on him. Morrison goes to the top, but Kofi cuts him off on the apron. Kofi goes to the opposite corner. Morrison is still on the other top turnbuckle. Morrison walks to the top rope to Kofi's corner. Kobe a huge Spanish fly from the top. Then follows up with Kobe with the Uso splash to Morrison. All three are down in the ring. Kobe tries to stop Uso from climbing up. Now Kobe follows up Uso as a ladder as they trade shots. Kobe gets knocked to the mat. Uso hangs and keeps climbing. Kobe climbs up the inside of the ladder now, knocking Uso down. Kobe climbs for the titles, but Morrison meets him up top and stops him. Kobe rocks Morrison up high and headbutts him to the mat. Kobe reaches for the titles, but Morrison stops him again. Kobe with a big double stomp from the top, taking Morrison back down. There's a ladder bridge from the standing ladder in the ring to the middle rope now. Kobe fights Uso off and sends him back down. Kobe flies from a ladder, but Uso kicks him. Uso sends Kobe face first into the ladder bridge to the middle rope. Uso is trash talking. Morrison brings boards off the ladder bridge, but Uso super kicks him on the way down. Uso places Morrison on the bridge now. Uso stands a ladder up in the corner. Uso climbs up while Morrison is still down on the bridge. Morrison gets up and tips Uso's ladder over. Uso falls out at ringside on the floor. Morrison is alone in the ring. Morrison clears the ring of a few ladders. Morrison climbs up for the titles now. Moving slowly, Morrison grabs the title, but here comes Kobe. Kobe climbs up and rocks Morrison a few times. Morrison fights back as Kobe reaches for a title. Uso brings the ladder in and stands it next to their ladder. Uso climbs up and fights with them. All three grab for the title now. They unclip the title holder, but they're struggling for possession. Morrison gets knocked back to the ladder bridge by a headbutt. Kobe and Uso are still up high with the title holder in hand, but Morrison fell with the actual title belts in his hands. He hit the floor, but the belts was not in his hand. He hit hard on the mat, rolls over, picks up the titles, and then he retains. After the match, Kobe and Uso argue some up top, and they're still holding the title holder. We go to replays that show Morrison fell on the titles. Morrison's music hits as he laughs while down on the mat. Uso and Kobe aren't happy, as a hanger must have broke up top, as the belts were still attached with their snaps. So it must have been a glitch or a botch somewhere. Back from the break, we get a video package for the next match. KO versus Seth Rollins. The Monday Night Messiah. Self-called. Tom and Byron are back on commentary for this match. Seth was out first by himself. Of course, his other members are sick and injured. Kevin Owens makes his way out next. The bell rings and Rollins plays mind games early on, but they go at it. They go to the floor and Owens unloads, sending Rollins into the barrier. Rollins gets free and runs back in. Owens follows and dodges a stop. Owens fights Rollins into a corner and beats him down as the referee warns him. Owens talks trash and taunts Rollins now. Rollins kicks Owens but drops him and hits a senton. Owens talks trash and delivers another senton. Owens more trash talking. Owens readies for a corner cannonball, but Rollins rolls out to the floor. Owens follows and rocks Rollins again. Owens launches Rollins into the barrier as the referee counts. Owens with another shot into the barrier. Owens resets the count and taunts Rollins some more on the outside. Owens brings it back in the ring and stops Rollins from rolling out. Owens has Rollins on the apron now. Owens goes for a powerbomb on the apron, but Rollins back drops him onto the apron. Rollins with a big Falcon Arrow on the apron. Rollins taunts Owens now while he's down on the outside. Rollins with a suicide dive to the floor and more trash talking as the referee counts Owens out. Rollins with another big suicide dive. Rollins talks more trash, and goes for another dive, but this time Owens rocks him at the ropes. Rollins comes right back with a sling blade as Owens re-enters. Rollins mounts Owens with strikes. Rollins kicks Owens in the back a few times. To counter, Rollins taunts Owens as he kicks him back to the mat. Owens then dodges a stomp attempt, and then another. Owens comes back with a big DDT. Owens keeps the show with a super kick in the corner. Owens then nails a corner cannonball. Owens goes back to the top with a big senton for another 2 count. Owens stops Rollins from escaping to the floor. Rollins dodges a pop-up powerbomb. Rollins blocks the roll-up. They tangle, and Owens stunners spot. Rollins went in the scary. Owens comes right back in with a clothesline, and they're both down again. Owens brings Rollins to the top for a superplex. Rollins fights back, but Owens headbutts him. Owens goes for a superplex, but Rollins hangs on again. Rollins rakes at Owens' eyes. Rollins goes for a sunset bomb, but it turns into a big buckle bomb instead across the ring. Rollins follows up with a super kick and then another while Owens is on his knees. Rollins charges again, but Owens catches him with a pop-up powerbomb for a close 2 count. Rollins goes to the floor to escape, but Owens stops him. Rollins grabs the timekeeper's belt out of nowhere and drops Owens with it. The referee calls for disqualification. After the bell, Rollins laughs some and hits the belt himself. Rings, ding, ding. Owens' music hits and Rollins jumps away, looking down at Owens and laughing. Rollins is all smiles and trash talking as he makes his way up his exit. Owens stumbles to his feet and takes the microphone. Owens rolls back in the ring and yells at Rollins to stop. Owens says Rollins doesn't get to end it this way. Owens calls Rollins a little B word and calls him back to the ring to finish it once and for all. There's no disqualification, no rules. Rollins asks Owens when he's going to learn. Now, the restart says no disqualification. Seth Rollins returns to the ring and the bell rings. Rollins with a big running kick to the face. Rollins tosses Kevin to the floor. Rollins follows and unloads on Owens against the barrier. Rollins launches Owens in the barrier again. Rollins shows off and continues running his mouth. Rollins takes part in the steel ring steps now. Rollins grabs the top half and charges with it, nailing Owens in the head to knock him back down. Rollins grabs a steel chair and continues taunting Owens. Rollins with a steel chair shot to Owens while he's down in the near announce table. Owens is still calling Rollins a B word. Rollins delivers more chair shots. Rollins argues with the referee, who tells him to finish it in the ring. Rollins says he can do whatever he wants. Rollins tears apart the announce table now. Owens grabs the belt and drops Rollins with it. Another bell shot knocks Rollins on top of the announce table. Owens climbs up on top of the WrestleMania sign, which is about 15 to 20 feet high. Delivers a huge senton that puts Rollins through the announce table. Looks like Owens barely connected. Owens struggled to bring Rollins back in the ring. Owens grabs Rollins in the middle of the ring and drops him with a stunner. Owens covers for the pin and the win. After the match, Owens gets back to his feet. It's immediate plays. We go to replays. Owens hobbles over to the ropes to look down at Rollins on the floor. Owens backs up the middle of the ring and salutes as to go to a break. We go to the perch with Rob Gronkowski and Mojo Rawley. They're interrupted by R-Truth, the 24/7 current champion. Truth's life has been ruined by the title, and he just needs a place to hide out. He asks Mojo and Gronk if he can hide out up there, but he offends them. Truth gets shot by Gronk and Truth. Gronk goes for the pin, but Mojo robs him and steals the pin to win the title and escapes with the title. Mojo celebrates and Gronk looks shocked. Charlotte Cruz is backstage, but she's interrupted by Paul Heyman. Heyman hypes WWE Champion Brock Lesnar for tomorrow's match against Drew McIntyre. Tom and Byron hype up the card for Night 2 of WrestleMania 36. Universal title match, Braun Strowman versus Bill Goldberg. And the match is up. We go back to the ring. Out first comes Braun Strowman, and Universal Champion Bill Goldberg was out next as the smoke hits for his entrance. Hall of Famers march to the ring as Braun stares them down. We get formal ring introductions from Greg Hamilton. The bell rings and they stare each other down to meet in the middle of the ring. As Braun talks trash, Goldberg smiles and nods. Goldberg strikes first with a kick to the gut. Strowman dodges a move in the corner. Strowman goes for a power slam, but Goldberg sides out and does a big spear. Braun gets right up and eats another spear. And the third spear, Goldberg went a 2 count. Goldberg continues to dominate for a few more moves. Strowman counters the jackhammer and hits 3 big power slams. Braun yells at Goldberg to get up. He gets up and Braun nails the fourth power slam for the pin and the win. New champion. After the match, Strowman stands tall and yells out while celebrating. We got replays and come back to Braun standing tall. We got a promo for WrestleMania 37. We'll also get promo for the next match. Boneyard match, AJ Styles versus Undertaker. Your main event. We cut to a cemetery as we hear Undertaker's traditional music in the background. Hurst pulls up to the gates as he drives in. 200 figures step out and open the back door. A coffin slides out, but AJ pops up and laughs. He's loud and ready, wearing a shirt and jeans. He's ready for the dead man. Where are you? Music suddenly hits, and we get a shot of Taker riding his motorcycle on the road. Taker drives into the cemetery with his American motorbike biker look, as OJ is ready to fight as it looks. Taker steps out of the shadows into the light. AJ says he didn't think he'd show up and wonders if Michelle McCool knows he's out this late. AJ says he dug Taker's grave for him, which he'd open hole. Taker says AJ dug his own grave. Trash talking continues. Taker approaches and AJ grabs a brick, but Taker drops him and talks trash while beating him around. Taker brings AJ over and calls him by his real name, Alan, as he tries to get away. Taker sends AJ into the coffin door and slams him into it several times. Taker grabs a piece of the steel off the ground and goes to use it, but AJ moves and Taker's arm goes to the Hearst door. Taker's bleeding, but he's not happy about it. Taker continues to beat AJ around. AJ crawls on top of the car and Taker follows, taunting him. Taker mounts AJ on top of the car and unloads with right hands, warning him to never talk about his wife again. AJ falls off the car. AJ finally turns around, but Taker manhandles him some more. Taker knocks AJ into the grave. Luke Gallows calls in to call Taker out and say that they're just getting started. Taker is suddenly surrounded by druids. Taker starts brawling, but gets beat up at one point. Taker makes a comeback, and here comes AJ. AJ works Taker over and yells that Taker made him break his finger. AJ yells at Taker to just retire and end this. AJ gets the upper hand again and talks more trash. While Taker is down, AJ mounts Taker with another big right hand. Taker crawls through the grass while AJ stalks him, still talking trash. AJ calls Taker a breaking down OB word, and grabs a shovel while Taker sits up on his knees. AJ says he's doing the world a favor by burying what's left of Taker. Taker slowly gets up in pain. AJ breaks the shovel on his back, sending Taker into the empty grave. We see Taker on his back, laid out in the hole. AJ pours a handful of dirt, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. AJ climbs up on the tractor, cranks it up. Taker somehow appears next to AJ on the tractor with a light shining behind him. Taker unloads on AJ, who is shot. Taker beats AJ off the tractor and over to the side. Taker is looking a bit different and talking more trash as AJ climbs up on a barn. Taker makes flames rise for a few seconds. Taker fights AJ off, Gallows and Anderson. Taker scoops Anderson and hits the tombstone on top of the tin roof on the barn. AJ fights Taker, but Taker gets the upper hand. Taker delivers a huge choke slam from the roof of the barn down through a box on the ground. Taker climbs down and taunts AJ, asking him if he remembers Taker's wife now, or if he remembers Taker's age now. Taker says they're not done yet. They're just getting started. Isn't that what AJ told him? Taker scoops AJ onto his shoulders and brings him over to the empty grave. Taker drops him next to the hole. AJ says, he's sorry. Don't bury me. Taker asks AJ to say what he's sorry for. AJ begs again for Taker not to bury him. Taker holds AJ by his throat, taunting him some more. Taker says AJ put up a hell of a fight, fought his butt off. AJ doesn't want to be buried. Taker hugs AJ and pats him on the back. Taker says a lot of people haven't given him the fight AJ did. Taker says AJ is good, brother. Taker goes to walk away, but stops. Turns back around and kicks AJ into the hole with a big boot. Taker stares down at AJ and then walks to the tractor, which is full of a lot of dirt, full of a load of dirt. Taker starts the tractor up and dumps the load of dirt onto AJ in the hole. Taker turns off the tractor and we hear his bell toll. He hops off the tractor and the bell tolls again and again. Taker removes the cover off the tombstone and it now says AJ's name on it, 1977 to 2020. with a rest in peace message. Winning the match, Undertaker, Taker puts his bandana back on and gets on his motorcycle. AJ's face is shown punching through the dirt. Taker cranks his bike back up and raises his fist in the air, which makes flames jump around the barn as his purple logo appears on the front of the barn. Metallica's Now That We're Dead starts back up as Taker speeds out of the cemetery. Night 1 of WrestleMania concludes at that point. And that concludes my results for WrestleMania Night 1. Thanks for your peace out. See you on video. And if you don't know, just call me, brothers and sisters.